The crazy Trump guys. Donlad Trump supporters gathered at Valdosta Airport in Georgia on Saturday to listen to a speech by the outgoing president. Pretty much everything has been said about Donald Trump, his mental illness, his marketing skills, his filthy dishonesty. But the most fascinating people right now are the Trumpists. Because they are the ones Trump is calling to mobilize. Because it's those crazy Trump guys who are putting on hundreds of millions to help him. These Trumpists are divided into 4 groups. The first group is made up of elected Republican officials. These people, who are educated and know the intricacies of politics, are not fooled by Trump. In private, they criticize him without difficulty. But in public, very few dare to address the slightest reproach. Yet Trump's path is unparalleled in the history of the United States. Trump is undermining the very foundations of American democracy by refusing to accept defeat. This defeat is indisputable. No judge has endorsed Trump's electoral fraud theses. No election officials reported fraud. At most, here and there a few irregularities were detected, as in any other election. These political professionals know full well that there was no electoral fraud. They know Trump is a die-hard liar. And yet, they are silent. Shameful silence. The reason for their shameful silence is simple: they fear losing their next election if they stand up. They fear that Trump will mobilize his supporters against them. They fear that Trump's lunatics will refuse to vote for them. The second group of Trump supporters is made up of a myriad of people whose personal economic interests come before those of the United States. The owners of Fox News best represent this group. After Trump's defeat, the channel began to criticize him. The result: ratings have fallen. The channel has therefore resumed making laudatory remarks about Trump. The third group of Trumpists is made up of people who put 1 or 2 causes ahead of all others, for example abortion, gay marriage, immigration, multiculturalism, or the woke movements. They fear Democrats will accentuate these trends. Among Republicans, this group probably supports Trump's dictatorial ramblings the least. Psychologically fragile. The fourth and final group brings together psychologically fragile voters. It encompasses people who believe QAnon's theories or who give in to fundamentalist religious cults, such as those of the evangelists. These people are transferring their tendency to refuse rational reasoning to Trump. Of these 4 groups, the most guilty are the first. The most despicable are the latter. The most excusable are the third. The most dangerous are the last. Seeing these 4 groups rallying for Trump and against American democracy does not bode well. This weekend, Trump almost called on them to take up arms.